Today, we're going to talk about 5 ways to improve mental health in the workplace. And most importantly, I'm going to talk about implementing a wellness program that is efficient, that people will most likely adopt and enjoy, because we all know we have those, and some of you may not have any, but if you do, sometimes it just, it's challenging to please everyone and make sure that we have something that works. So why are we talking about this? It's the obvious. We're in a pandemic. We're still in a pandemic, and it's probably going to be a little while before it's over. Not to be negative, but just to be more realistic. So the idea today is to see how we could manage that, how we can manage anxiety, how we can improve our team's well-being, and how we can improve our well-being, period. We know that we have spikes in anxiety right now because of what's going on. People are working longer hours. We're not stopping. We're virtual. Some are hybrid. Some are stressed because they have to go to work. And now they're used to being working from home. There's so many factors that are affecting our stress level and anxiety. It's just the way it is right now. I'm sure it's not going to be like this forever. I hope not. But how we're going to deal with it. That's really what I want to talk about today. What can we do, and how can we be efficient tackling the whole subject? One other thing that is really affecting people's mental health and well-being is the isolation part. It's not easy. There's a stress buildup, of course, with all these extra things and responsibility that we have to take because of these longer hours and everything's going so fast. A lot of people have to take on way more than they used to. Therefore, why is this so important? I just want to quickly give you some statistics. This is based on the Mental Health America study that was done by Mental Health America. They have proven that disengaged employees cost businesses about $500 billion each year. Of course, this is in the United States, probably not the same number in Canada, but just to give you an idea, the cost of disengaged employees that are not well is huge. So therefore, it's just enough reasons to make sure that we have something in place that actual employees can benefit from. And another study actually showed that 8 out of 10 employees said that their employers that provided like at least one mental health offering, they felt that that really got them excited about advising or referring that employer to their teammates or to their network. So it's really a big plus. It's kind of like the bottom, like right now, it's just the minimum. Also, the same employees said it's great, but they wish their employers did more. Amazing, right? So raising awareness is a big important thing. So talking about it, making sure that it's an open subject, this is not taboo, and it's actually also more statistics have proven that the employers that actually talk about it have more productive and more loyal employees that take less time off of work. So what is a corporate wellness program? Why are we talking about it? It's basically an initiative to encourage workers and teammates and colleagues to develop and maintain healthy habits as a team. So the key word is develop and maintain, because a lot of people get excited about this and then we drop the ball. It's like, yeah, this is exciting. Yeah, we did this thing together. We ran a 5K and we took that money that was collected and we gave it to a charity. That was wonderful. Boom, nothing's going on after 2-3 months. So develop and maintain is really important. We want to get that momentum going, because this is how you change your company's culture, the culture of physical and mental health. And employees feel that they are open enough, and they feel that it's a safe space to talk about it. It's just part of what we do at So Company. Okay, so I did speak about 5 ways to improve mental health in the workplace. This is what the conference is called, but I'm going to give you more than 5 ways. And I'm going to focus on the 5 benefits. Let's put it that way. Because when I thought about it, I'm like, my God, there's just way too many examples to give here. So let's focus on those 5 benefits, right? So bottom line, first thing first, and effective programs will give the employees and your team tools and social support to be healthier. Okay, it's like the bottom, the minimum. This is where the base, this is where we start from. Therefore, there needs to be some kind of budget that is allocated for this. This is so important. If you just weigh in, obviously, the cost of not doing that nowadays, it's way more, and I will not get into numbers. I'm sure you all know this already. And if you're an employee here today watching, I mean, you know how this affects your colleagues or affects you. All right, so actually, I just want to get into one more thing. It's the most basic wellness program, even when we're doing the minimum basic, because I don't want to make this a big thing and now you gotta think, oh my God, I gotta work on this thing and plan this program. Even the most basic, simple thing have huge benefits. Studies were done and it proven that employees, they felt more inspired to eat healthier, exercise more, smoke or drink less, control their stress better, feel less depressed, etc. And this was done actually with the most basic wellness program. So it's easy. It's really not that complicated. The challenge right now is to be able to develop something that is going to interest everyone and that's going to maintain that habit. That is really where the challenge is, because the activities are fun. They're always fun, but it's all in that. First advantage, we're going to reduce illness and how many people miss work, whether it's in the office or just take a day off, even if they're working from home. One way to do that, you can foster like very healthy habits, very simple, such as a 5 to 10 minute meditation session before your meeting. I take a bit of time to talk about meditation because I'll be very honest with you, I don't meditate every year. I don't do that, every day. I don't do that often. But when I do, my God, I see such a big difference. And it's just as simple as 1 minute or 2 minutes, just to kind of stop and just be conscious of what's going on and how I feel, and just say, thank you, Claire, you're doing a good job. You're doing your best. Stop being so hard on yourself. Doing these meditation sessions as a team or with your colleagues just gives them the tools so they know what to do when they feel like overwhelmed and frustrated. They know they can just turn everything off, take 5 minutes and just regroup and say positive affirmation. So the idea is to instill these healthy habits and putting it out in the open and saying, it's here, we're going to do it together. We're going to take 5-10 minutes to do it together. Whether you do it yourself, you get somebody to host it for you, invite somebody into your meeting, 5-10 minutes. We do kindness meditation at MSP Teambuilding. It's wonderful. It's just great thing to teach people, because everybody's like, when you meditate, you need to connect with the universe and nature. And yes, of course, you do that. But what about connecting with yourself? There's such a disconnect right now with people, with themselves. This is where the stress starts. So kindness meditation is about being kind to yourself and being able to recognize, thank you, you're doing your best. I'd like to thank myself for being a great mom. I'd like to thank myself for taking care of my family. I'd like to thank myself for doing everything I did today. All the deliverables that I had due. I'd like to thank myself for eating healthier. Simple. It's very simple. So kindness meditation or any kind of meditation, these are great. Another way, foster healthy eating. Next meeting, if you want to offer something, so employee recognition, you get a caterer to deliver something, or you get these little packages, snacks and stuff. Well, choose healthy snacks, and don't just choose healthy snacks and not talk about it. Take 5 minutes, say, hey, by the way, we delivered this today because, just so you know, this thing, it comes from a local store. You know, did you know that these guys have this at the groceries and we can buy them? They're so good. Here, let's taste it. Make it fun, make it interesting. Or invite somebody, a health specialist, to talk about the little meal that that was catered. Oh, well, we got grapes. Did you know that grapes have this and this and this benefit, health benefits in them? Do you know if you eat more than this amount, then it's really detrimental? Do you know that water with so vitamins in will do this? People are interested. Education, but in a fun way while they actually try it. And maybe one day, you know, one of your team members will be like, oh my God, I tasted this. I had no idea that kind of bread tastes so good, because I like white bread and, you know, just normal whole wheat bread. But man, I just tried this and it's so good. Yeah, I think I'm going to go buy it next time. Little steps. And if we go really like something different, people are stressed, frustrated, miserable. They don't know where to start, what's happening. A little conference, a 30-minute conference, bring somebody inspiring that talks about resilience, talks about gratitude, shares their story. That makes people realize, my God, you know, I am so lucky to be alive. I can be grateful for the little things in my life. That helps them manage that stress in a fun, indirect way, as opposed to saying you should not be stressed. You should manage your stress by walking and jogging and doing exercise. And then they'll say, well, I don't have time. A conference with somebody inspiring them, maybe they will look at it differently. It needs to come from themselves. It needs to be initiated from their intention. You can only present it to them and give them the tools and inspire them. That's your goal. Second advantage, the boost in productivity. A lot of studies show that smokers are 28% more likely to be unproductive than non-smokers. Again, nothing against smokers. I'm just, stating the facts. Employees with poor exercise habits are 50% more likely to be unproductive at work. And that's another one. An employee who doesn't eat healthy, they're 66% more likely to be unproductive. So I mean, again, the stats are there and we all know it in a way, but when you look at the percentages, you're like, wow. So how many of my employees feel that way or have these bad habits? How can I help? How can we help? Why don't you schedule or a conference or invite somebody that talks about, again, 15, 30 minutes that gives them tools on practical ways how they can boost their energy. Because you could be working out, maybe overdoing working out, and you just don't have enough energy. Well, what am I doing wrong? Well, maybe you're taking your coffee too early in the morning, or you're not drinking enough water, or you're not taking some time off in between certain stressful things. There's just a lot of tools and tricks. I'm not the expert, but I have joined listened to a conference by Anne-Marie Roy that we actually offer. It's called Zest and Pep. Again, I don't want to make this about MSP team building because it's not, but I can only talk about examples that I've witnessed, and it happened to be our conference. But anyway, there's a lot of conferences out there, and a lot of very interesting speakers that can give you these tips and tricks on how to boost your energy. Little things that people can literally, right after the conference, apply, and they'll see a big difference. Again, those tools are very important. Why don't you decide another example? Okay, this week, we're going to tackle maybe today or this Friday or this Wednesday. We have a goal. We're going to do 10,000 steps. We're going to all try to do 10,000 steps each. And if we get that goal, if we get this done, then we're going to donate X amount of money to a charity of your choice. It's only 10,000 steps, and people that don't want to do those 10,000 steps, they will probably do it. And the idea, again, is to inspire moving. Maybe they'll like it and say, hey, maybe I'll do it. I'll do a 2,000 tomorrow. Maybe I'll walk a little bit during lunchtime. Again, taking action, showing examples as opposed to forcing people to, or you have to do this and you have to do that. And we have a wellness program and this is the schedule and you have to adapt it because this is important for us and important for you. Yeah, but I don't want to do it. So again, inspire them in a way that, they just want to do it because they are interested in doing it. Another example, why don't we do a stretching break integrated in a meeting? Stretching takes 2 to 3 minutes. You can take 2 to 3 minutes, stretch your neck, your shoulders, stretch forward, stretch back, quads, just like lean on the side. It's silly. It takes 2 to 3 minutes. Somebody from your team can do it, and maybe switch every week. It's somebody different that does it. But they'll be like, oh yeah, that kind of felt good. Maybe I should stretch more. Or maybe next time I have, I'm stressed and my shoulders are hurting. Like, oh my God, maybe I could stretch. Yeah, let me take a second here and stretch. Right? So simple, easy. Third advantage, lower the turnover. I mean, again, so much going on right now. Some people are just leaving. Turnovers are high. People are stressed. They have so little patience. They're frustrated. It's not easy. How can we lower turnover? Well, another way, like all of the examples I'm giving you are affecting all these advantages, are really bringing us towards that, right? In a sense of connecting and doing something fun, people really enjoy programs that are fun, that are different, and doing something together. So besides the 5K run that I mentioned earlier, a lot of people just don't want to run. They're not joggers. They're not comfortable with that. And they feel like it's competitive and they have to compare themselves with the real joggers. And they feel actually gives them more stress than anything else, right? So why don't we do like offer them a scavenger hunt, team building, or virtual or in person? Small groups, why not? There's another one, Survivor. It's great. It's little small challenges. They're semi-physicals. You don't even have to be in shape. And then there's other team building activities such as Inside and Out. It's a virtual activity where you practice the mind, body, and soul. So there's different challenges that tackle the mind, different that tackle the body, push-ups, squats, stuff like that. And another one that tackles the soul, feeling, the awareness of gratitude and self-awareness. Fourth advantage, it's going to increase your employee morale and that sense of community. So how can we do that? This one is big, and I get a lot of reactions when I say it, but it's so good and simple, and it can be implemented so easily. Give them a day off. I know it's crazy what I'm saying. Give them a day off. Okay, you don't want to give a day off. 2 hours off. I'm talking paid, right? The investment in the 2 hours off, whatever's going to cost you, or say you have 1 hour lunch break, we're going to give you 2 hour lunch break. Just an extra time for you to do things that you don't have time to do today, just to help you out. A lot of companies do that. There's blogs on this and podcasts. I actually listened to that one. And I think it's a company, a Canadian company that does that. And they're a big company. And they measured and they saw that really helped a lot, because the feeling of gratitude that the employees had towards their employer that did that, they had examples and testimonials saying, wow, I can't believe in an hour, the hour you gave me, I was able to do my groceries. I didn't have time to do my groceries. I had to run after work and grab my kids, and I had to cook, and I didn't have a chance. I'm so stressed. And that 1 hour made a big difference. And I also had time to stop and grab a fancy coffee. You're not doing anything but just giving them that extra time. And you're inspiring them to feel good. Other examples, book a spinning class for your team, link it to a charity, donation, sing together, do karaoke or not, build something together. There's team building stuff like a bridge challenge that just shuts off the mind and puts them in that mood of just alone time with my colleagues, and we're just going to have fun and switch off our mind. Or paint a mural, You can do it even virtually. There's a lot of programs out there, just like get that creativity going. Fifth one, I'm going to wrap up on this one. The advantage is obviously less burnout. This one is really, really big. And one way that was they related certain activities with less burnout is to bring that adrenaline rush and excitement, a little happiness. So how do we do that? Do a survey and suggest things such as, we want to try something new, painting class or paint night. We want to cook new food. We want to teach you how to make ramen. I don't know, or sushi. Well, what about, playing a new instrument, or what about learning a new language? So you can do a little survey and see what is really interesting for your team, because teams are different. And obviously they're interested in different things. And then, book a class, it's virtual. They'll pick up an instrument or they'll learn a new language. It's that excitement that gives them that adrenaline rush. Apparently, it really works very well on stress level, obviously affecting burnouts. Other ways to do it is laughter yoga and juggling. We do those, and it is so efficient. I'm talking 10 to 15 minutes. And people are laughing. They feel so, that stress relief, instant stress relief. Juggling is hilarious as well. Just seeing them drop the balls right and left and center, it's just hilarious. And they're all laughing and giggling together. It's so simple. To wrap up, basically, the most important part is to take it one little step at a time. Do not try to plan everything all at once. I give you a lot of examples. Just take one or two examples, do a little survey, see what you should focus on these two areas, program it, schedule it, and then move on. And then keep going with that, with that momentum. Don't try to integrate everything all at once, because that would probably cause more frustration more than anything. They feel like, wow, now we have an extra thing to do. You don't want that. Again, remember, inspire. You want to develop something and change their habit, but you want to inspire them to do that by themselves. So just understand this is really, really important, and it goes hand in hand with all the HR initiatives that you do for mental health, educating about mental health, talking about it, your healthcare coverage, the discounts and coupons and incentives you give your employees. This program and varying it and making it diverse will take you a long way, and will put you on the right path to changing their habits and developing that culture of healthy employees, positive, good mental health. There you go. I'm done. We'll take some questions. I don't know if you have questions in the chat. Otherwise, if you want to unmute yourself and ask some questions, Nicole will share with you the ebook. You can download it for free. Our YouTube channel, there's a lot of vlogs, and we'll put up the conference if you want to listen to it again, as well as our LinkedIn, my Calendly, if you want to book time so we can talk further, or just grab a coffee together, virtual coffee, as well as my email. And I'm just going to go directly here to the chat.
There was one question there just from Sylvana, just asking about where they can find virtual scavenger hunts or any suggestions on how they can find them.
Yes. So, I would honestly just recommend that you Google it. There's a lot of companies that do it. Obviously, we do it. We do it. And it's really good. It's a lot of fun. But there's a lot of other companies as well. But, virtual team scavenger hunts, you can even, I think there's certain platforms you can just do it yourself if you don't have a big budget. Otherwise, we can organize it for you, do it for an hour and a half, and we usually combine it with laughter yoga. It's really fun. But if you want, I can help you. Just send me a quick email, or we'll chit chat. I'll do a quick Zoom meeting, and I'll point you in the right direction. Rubens, thank you, Claire, very insightful. Hey, Rubens. All right, thanks. Angela, in my school, I have taken the month of February to have both students and staff given hearts that we decorate on everyone's due. and everyone. We are catching in the act those that are showing kindness, caring, or inspiring. That's amazing. It is showing how we have love growing in our building. That's amazing. Thank you so much, Angela. It's a great initiative. And remember, it's great to have these, like, February's are this month, March is this month, but don't forget. Just keep that momentum. Don't make it like it's only in February and then we move on to something else. Mental health is important. You need to just keep going with it, or implementing that wellness program. Should be all year long. It shouldn't be a special thing we do. It's really should be part of work. My 2 cents, of course, based on what we talked about today. Thanks again. We still have a minute left. I see a lot of familiar names. Really happy that you're here. And I'm sorry that we're recording and you have your video off, but I completely understand. And please do get in touch with me. I'd love to catch up. And those that I don't know would love to hear from you as well. It would be lovely to meet you over a Zoom call.